Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is with great pleasure I'm introducing our speakers this evening, Jia Jiang. Jia is a TED speaker, author, business owner, and entrepreneur. Jia is working on transforming his rejection therapy into a technology solution. Without further delay, please welcome Jia.
Hello. So, welcome. We're going to talk about rejection tonight. Welcome. So, how many of you like rejection? Raise your hand. Anyone? Well, those are a few people. Weirdos. Most of you don't. But how many of you? Hope this works. How many of you like gifts? Raise your hand. Good, okay. A lot of you. I love gifts. So if you don't like your gifts, then give them to me anytime. But I didn't like gifts growing up because, well, I grew up in Beijing, China. But when I was 6-year-old, one day my teacher came up with this brilliant idea. That she wanted the whole class to not only get holiday gifts, but also learn the virtue of complimenting each other at the same time. So she had all of us, or 40 of us, come to the front of the classroom, and she said, why don't you say nice things about each other? If you hear your name called by someone else, you can go pick up a gift and sit down. What a great idea, right? What could go wrong? So when it started, it was great. Every time I heard someone else's name was called, whether it's a good student, or maybe helpful to the teachers, I would just, cheer. Yay, when's my turn? Then there were 20 people left, and 10 left, and at the end there were 3 people left. That's where the compliments stopped. And that was one of them. At that moment, I didn't want gifts anymore. I didn't want the compliments anymore. I just want to sit down. I was crying. I had no idea why no one would say anything nice about me. I thought that was cool. I thought I was a popular kid. Then I saw who was standing next to me. I knew otherwise because I hated those 2 kids. And my teacher was freaking out. She was like, oh my God, will anyone say anything nice about these people, please? No? Okay, why don't you just go pick up a gift and sit down? You guys behave better next year so someone will say something nice about you. So describing this is like happened to me yesterday, right? Ever since that day, I would just die not to be in that situation again, getting rejected in public. But then that was one version of me. But people grow up, people can upgrade. So that was when I was 6. When I was 14, I got an upgrade. It's like version 2.0 of me. Because this guy came to my hometown to speak. You know who he is, guys? Bill Gates, right? So he came to China to promote Windows 95. And I was in the audience. I had no idea what he was talking about. But I loved that guy. I loved everything about him. About his entrepreneurial story. I love the idea of using technology to change the world. So that night, I wrote a letter to my family telling them, hey, don't worry about it. I figured out what I want to do with my life now. By age 25, I will build the biggest company in the world. I would buy Microsoft. I embraced everything about this guy, including the idea of dominating everyone. By the way, I have no idea why this picture is in black and white. It's only 20 years ago. It looked like a World War II picture. I guess I didn't have the iPhone back then, but am I able to read this? It's really bad handwritten Chinese, but I did highlight some keywords for you, so you know what I'm talking about here. But and also in that letter, I talked about someday I would go to the United States to fulfill that dream. And 2 years later, when I was 16, I actually came. I was a culture exchange student. Anyone has ever lived with a culture exchange student before? Anyone? Or anyone? Okay, cool. Kind of feel good. Are they pretty cool? Okay. All right. So that was when I was 16. And then fast forward another 14 years. One day I grew up, I was 30. No, I didn't build the biggest company in the world. I didn't even start. What did I do? I was doing pretty well. So I found a job. I went to school, I found a job. I made money. I went to a better school. I found a better job. I made more money. I bought a house, bought a dog, bought a car, got married. So I kind of fulfilled everything in this picture. The American dream without the milkman. I don't know where they are nowadays. I still can't get them to come. I think they're awesome. But this is a pretty good dream. I lived in Austin, Texas at the time, but it wasn't my dream. Where was the kid who wrote that letter, wanted to change the world? And looking back, even at work, I wasn't progressing. So what happened? Looking back, it's like every time I had this new idea, I want to step out to do it. Every time I had a new proposal at work, every time I want to speak in front of people, I just felt there's a constant battle between the 6-year-old and the 14-year-old. One wanted to change the world, another was afraid of rejection. And guess what? Every time, that 6-year-old won. And this fear of rejection just stayed with me. And so I just heard the news from my wife that we're going to have a baby. I was a little bit depressed. Sorry, I take it back. I was very happy. We planned this whole thing. But the thing is, part of me felt like, well, once you become a father, this idea of you becoming this world-changing entrepreneur goes way down. There's more different responsibilities and priorities. So I thought, okay, I'll be a good family man. Then my wife saw how unhappy I was. She was like, man, when I first met you, all you talked about is this all your business ideas. You want to do these amazing things. I kind of want to have that guy back, right? If you want to build your own business, why don't you just do it? Quit your job, and let's set your goal, and maybe do this for 6 months. Set some goals, metrics. If you can reach these goals, whether it's revenue generated, or maybe investment you get, or number of customers, keep going. Otherwise, you can look for a job again. It's not that complicated. There are many times in my life I felt I married up. This is one of them. This was the day my son was born in Austin, Texas. And 4 days before that, I quit my job. So it's not great timing. Here's when I was handing in my bags, so I asked my manager to take a picture for me. As you can see, she wasn't happy. This is a terrible picture. She was like, there you go. So when I was walking out of the office building, on one side I felt great, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I can finally do this now. But on the other hand, I was really scared because I felt naked. Before, I had all kinds of excuses of not going after my dreams, but now there's no more excuses. The only person standing between me and success was myself. So better get going. So I hit the ground running. I found a team of 4 engineers, some of them local, some of them across the country. We're building this app. I was having a great time, and we're finding customers. But then 4 months into my venture, I had presented this investment possibility. I really thought I was going to get it. So much so that I dreamed about this 5 different times. It was actually from a very famous local investor. But then one day I heard the news. I got an email, and it was that I opened up email from the investor. It is a one-liner. It said, "No, we're not going to do this." They didn't tell me why. Didn't tell me how I could get it. And at that moment, I wanted to quit. I just felt he's a famous investor. He must know what I don't know. If he said no to me, this is not a good idea. Then I thought. Then that's where it dawned on me. Well, would Bill Gates think this way? Would anyone successful at anything think this way after rejection? No way. I could build a better team. I could build a better company, better product. But one thing for sure is I gotta be a better person. I have to overcome that rejection problem. I have to put that 6-year-old back to his place so he wouldn't keep talking to me like this over and over again. So what did I do? So I went online. I was looking for. I searched. Google's my friend. I searched how do I overcome my fear of rejection. There are some articles about psychology. Where is your fear and pain coming from? They were okay. Then I saw articles written by sales gurus and self-improvement gurus. There's rah-rah articles talking to, hey, don't take rejection personally, just overcome it. I was like, who doesn't know that? If it's that simple, why was I still so afraid? Then I saw a website, and it got me interested. It's called rejectiontherapy.com. Okay, Basically, the idea is this is it was a card game invented by this Canadian entrepreneur, and he's got some real rejection issues. So he came up with this game where basically it's like 30 cards. Every card will give you suggestions to get rejected at something. The idea is if you do this once per day, by the end of 30 days, you desensitize yourself from the pain of rejection. You become a badass. You know, I love this idea. You know, I say I want to be a badass. You know, I want to be the baddest ass of them all. So I said, okay, I will do this. But instead of doing this for 30 days, what about if I do this for 100 days? Let me overdose on rejection. I want to see what happens. And also, instead of using a card game, I'm going to come up with my own idea. I want to use my own creativity and see what happens. And also, I want to film myself using my phone. And I want to upload this on YouTube and make a video blog or vlog out of this because I want to share with the world, so I wouldn't quit so easily. That's what I did. This was what the website looked like back then. Like rejection 1, borrow $100 from a stranger. Rejection 2, request a burger refill. I got no's on these, but something happened on day 3. Asked for Olympic donuts. This is where everything changed for me. So I thought one day I went to a donut shop called Krispy Kreme. I went in and I said I was gonna ask them to make me donuts that look like Olympic rings. And the idea is if you interlink the 5 donuts together and make them look like Olympic rings, there's no way they're going to say that and do that, right? I prepared to hang in there and to make a joke. I prepared. But guess what? When I went in, the donut maker took me so seriously. She was like, "Oh, what the color look like? If I don't interlink them, can I make them look like Olympic?" I'm like, "Whoa, seriously? I'm going to say yes to me?" And 15 minutes later, this is what she came up with. A box of donuts that look like Olympic rings. And I couldn't believe that. I was when I left that donut shop. Actually, there's a YouTube video about this. If you can search Olympic donuts on YouTube, you'll see this. I had tears in my eyes because I just couldn't believe the customer service and this human kindness that she showed me. Then as I kept doing this, like weird things started to happen every day, like really weird things. People started to say yes to me one after another. So, for example, one day I had a soccer ball in my hand. You know, I knocked on a stranger's house and the guy opened the door. He had this giant Texas flag on his T-shirt. He's a big guy. You know, people do that in Texas. If you're from there, you know that. So I said, "Sir, can I play soccer in your backyard?" He was like, "Soccer in my backyard?" Then she saw me. I was serious and I was ready. I had the shin guards, cleats, all that. And he was like, "I guess so. Come on in." I was like, "What?" So I went to the backyard and I was just bouncing the ball with my foot. How do I play soccer with myself in the backyard? But before leaving, I had a team take pictures of me. But before leaving, I asked him, how can you say yes to me? He was like, "Dude, this is so off the wall. How can I say no?" Then there's another day, I was just like driving down the highway. I saw a police car. You know, I kind of waved at him. He waved at me. I'm like, no, just I want you to pull over. So I pulled him over, and I said, "Sir, can I drive your car?" I'm not gonna drive it away. I'm just gonna give it a spin. I want to feel like a police officer. I want to listen to the radio. And he was like, "Sure, why not? I've heard this before." So I drove a police car in the front, not in the back. And also, I got a bunch of yeses in a row. I got frustrated, right? You know, man, this is rejection therapy, not acceptance therapy. So what's one thing that no one's gonna say yes to me? How about if I fly a plane? I have no idea how to fly a plane. You know, I just don't get rejected that day. So I went to an airfield in Austin. I saw there's a pilot-looking guy in the lobby. I said, "Sir, do you have a plane?" He's like, "Yeah, I have a plane." I said, "Can I fly it?" He asked me, "Do you know how to fly?" I'm like, "No." He said, "Don't worry, I'll teach you how to fly. Can I go now?" I was like, "Why?" As it turned out, this guy's a rich hobbyist. He didn't own a commercial jetliner. He owned a gyroplane. Like, you know what a gyroplane is like? It's like a miniature helicopter or like motorcycle in the air type of thing. He just bought this new gyro plane, and he wants to show everyone how awesome it is. So he taught me how to fly. It was cool. By the way, I have a video, and of all of these, you can go on my blog and find them. Then what happened is, okay, as I was doing this, I was like, oh, this is fun, this is a little thing. But then someone posted this Krispy Kreme video. It's about a week later. Someone posted this Krispy Kreme video on YouTube. Not YouTube, on Reddit. We went to the front page, and then Yahoo picked it up and put it on the front page of Yahoo. And they went to Time of India. It went to Daily Mail UK. It went around the world. This video in the end got over 5 million views. And it became viral. And then, because of that, I started getting emails from people. People sharing stories with me. Crazy stories. And people are like, wow, that's great. But, they're like, what are you doing looking for ejection? I'm like, we're trying to overcome my fear. But they're like, this is so inspiring. Please keep doing this. Please try these ideas. I thought I was the only one who was afraid of rejection. It turned out everyone was afraid of rejection in some way. And they were living through their fear through my eyes. And people start doing this on their side. And I'm like, I want to do this. So there are people who found girlfriends because of this. There are people who found a new company. There are people who started a new podcast because of this. They tried new things. And there are people who doubled their business in 1 year because they kept asking for rejections. There's all kind of stories, there are also artists who was afraid to share her art, and she shared, and she got picked up by the national media, got invited to Washington D.C. to have a show. All this type of stories really got me thinking, wow, I really got something here. So I started doing research. I started reading about as much about negotiation, so behavior economics as much as possible. I started trying to practice these in my rejection requests. I want to see how can I get people to say yes to me without lying a word. Otherwise, if you lie, it's too easy, right? So I learned a lot of lessons. The first is, what's this rejection thing? What is this thing that we're so afraid of? But if you overcome that fear, you can make major changes in your lives. As it turned out, rejection is pretty much a numbers game. For these 100 days, I could ask something that was pretty moderate, pretty ridiculous. I would get a yes. Or I would ask something pretty moderate, and someone would say no to me. But one thing for sure, if I get a yes, I just talk to enough people. Someone will say yes to me at the end. It's almost as if there's a number associated with every rejection. If you go through that number, a no becomes a yes. And then rejection is just an opinion. I think we need many things in this world. We need more love and sympathy, understanding, definitely more free drinks and bathrooms. But one thing we have plenty of is opinion. If you don't believe me, just turn on your TV or get on the internet. Everyone has something to say about something. And they can't wait to tell you how they feel about something. It's like opinion is like the cheapest resource on earth. It's completely renewable too. But opinion is nothing more than rejection is nothing more than opinion and the preference of the rejected. It says everything about that person, as much about that person as me. Like in these 100 days, I could ask something to 10 different people. Someone would say yes to me. Someone would say no to me. Someone would smile and give me a high five. Someone just couldn't wait to get away from me faster. It says everything about that person's state of mind or needs or what happened to him or her the night before. Or maybe it's a lifelong of education, preference, maybe prejudice, who knows? It has nothing to do with me. It has a lot to do with that person. But when it comes to rejection, we all think it's all about us. We're the center of our own universe. We're the hero of our own movies. That's why every rejection felt like an indictment of who we are. And every acceptance felt like a confirmation of our merit. It's really not, it's just an opinion. And then lastly, rejection is a source of knowledge. So I wrote this book about a couple years ago. I read this book not because I want to write a book. It's because I learned so much about business than I did. I went to a pretty good business school, I think. I went there for 2 years, and I thought I learned a lot about business. As it turned out, I learned a lot about PowerPoints and spreadsheets. But in these 100 days, I thought I learned more about business than I did at business school. I learned, especially when it comes to communication and negotiation. So I learned so many things about how to get people to say yes to you, right? I became so good at it. At the end, I just couldn't get people to say no. And also I learned when you hear the word no, you can turn a no into a yes by coming back with certain things. And also, you can learn how to say no to people. There are times, that's actually successful people do is they know how to say no. But sometimes we're so bad at it. But I learned how to say no without hurting people's feelings, or without undermining our relationships, and even making people fan of you if you say no the right way. But because of time, I think I'm probably out of time. But I want to leave you with the most important lesson I learned in these 100 days of rejection. 2 words: just ask. Just ask. Remember I told you I flew someone's plane? Okay, it was the best flying experience in my life. When I think about flying, it's all about going to the airports a couple hours early and getting the long lines and take off my belts and my shoes and just make sure my pants don't drop and while I walk through that cancer-inducing bone scanner. That's my flying experience. But that day I had none of that. I flew like a bird. It was amazing. For 1 minute, I was only a feet above the cornfield. I felt like I could almost touch it. I felt I was a seagull looking for fish above the ocean. The next minute, I was like 1,000 feet in the air. And there was a cloud here. I was kissing it. I felt I was the eagle. But all this time, I just kept asking myself the same question. Wow, what if I didn't ask? What if I didn't ask? I would not have this amazing flying experience. What if we don't ask for things in life? Maybe companies might not be built. Maybe art might not be shared. Love might not be found. Maybe careers might not be advanced. And maybe business might not be, maybe business opportunities might be lost. And the reason we don't ask for things is we think rejection is so terrible. It's so terrifying. By us avoiding this negative, we're achieving that positive, right? That's just a lie. It's a lie we keep telling ourselves every day, because when you're not going out there and asking for things, you're just getting ignored by the world. You're just rejecting yourself by default. So no matter what happens, don't reject yourself. Lastly, let me go back to gift. Rejection used to be my boogeyman. It used to be a monster that haunted me my whole life. But as soon as I stopped running away from rejection, I started embracing it, I started hunting it down, I started befriending it, it really became my biggest gift in life. Because now I get to go to some of the best universities in the world and companies in the world and teach people how to improve. And I also gave a TED Talk, and it was published the same time last year. This past year, it actually became the number 3 most viewed TED Talk of 2017. After Elon Musk and Pope, I can't compete against this. But more importantly, this kind of, but fame or anything, those are the things that are not touching me. What's really touching me is this idea of the fundamental human needs and the problem of our fear of rejection. I want to find a more scalable solution for this. So that's why my next big goal is to build an app, using technology to solve this problem. I want to see, instead of just me, or maybe me doing speeches or through my book, I want this to become a buddy for everyone, like a helper for everyone. When they are afraid of rejection, maybe this technology can help them to overcome their fear. So, if you're interested in being a beta tester, you can. I'm still designing this. If you want to become a beta tester, you can text me or email. I'll enroll you. If you want to be, help me in any way, if you're an engineer or a designer, you want to be part of this, let me know. I'm ready to talk. But more importantly, I want to find this world where we're not afraid of rejections anymore. I want to see how many ideas can be realized, how many business opportunities can be found, how many love stories will be written. So I want you to join me in that world. Every next time, if you're an entrepreneur, every time you want to reach out to someone, find your next customer, or make a sale, if you're afraid of rejection, remember these stories. It's going to help. Or if you have friends or loved ones who's afraid of rejection, share these stories with them. It will help them. If it doesn't help, you can always buy them bonus. That always helps. So thank you guys for hearing my story.
By the way, if you want to, I bought a few copies of my book. If you want to get a copy, I can do a quick book signing outside. So thank you very much, guys.
Hello. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. Gia came to us at one of our prior events and volunteered to speak here tonight, and then he stuck with us when we had to change the date and the venue. And then before we got started, we had some technical issues getting the screens to work, and he was patient throughout. So not only did we have a great talk, but he's a gentleman and a very good person. So let's have another round of applause for Gia. So thanks for coming out tonight. My name's David. I'm one of the hosts, one of I think 6 people we have here with us tonight putting on the event. Nikki being another, and some of the folks who are outside. For the next half hour, what we'd like to do is have our sponsor come up, and he will talk about the type of people he's looking for to help grow his business. And we'd also like to invite subsequently other talent seekers, people who are founders and whatnot, who are trying to start a company, who want to, who are looking for talent, to come up here also and talk about the types of people they're looking for. So that's what we'll do for the next half hour, and then after that we'll just go back to our starting format, which is just informal networking, which I think, based on the difficulty to get people to take their seats, it seems like people were having a good time and finding that productive. But seeing as I'm a marketing person, and always looking for feedback, like any good marketing person, I have a few questions to ask, which we'll do via a show of hands. So, first question, and I think I know the answer. Who enjoyed Gia's talk and would like to see more motivational talks at future events like this? Let's see a show of hands. Okay, great, that's what I thought. Nobody. Just kidding. Next. What other types of talks would you be interested in besides motivational type talks? Anyone want to shout out some ideas? Don't be shy. Sorry? Success stories? Is that what this person said? Success stories? Okay, anything else?
Lessons learned post-mortems from companies that failed.
Oh, that's too grim. Okay, we can think about doing that too. Anything else? Some visions? Okay, very good. Anything else? Global Academy. Economy. So talks about the economy and the trends in the market and so on. Okay, sounds great. Anything else? Okay. Who has attended one of the Silicon Valley entrepreneur events before? Show of hands. Okay, so that means more than 2/3 are here for the first time. Has anyone attended one of our Dream Team events, i.e., this format where we try to match job seekers and talent seekers? Just a handful. Okay, very good. All right, that's good information. Thanks for that. I'm not going to hog the microphone any longer. I'd like to, at this stage, invite Ilya to come up. Ilya is from BitPusher, and very kindly agreed to be one of our sponsors tonight. So a round of applause, please, for...
First of all, how awesome was Gia's talk?
Hello everyone, my name is Devin. I'm the co-founder of Aroma, and what we're doing is we're building a virtual meeting assistant so that we can automatically take notes for you. So automated summarization of meetings is the problem that we are solving. We are a team of 3 serial entrepreneurs where we have sold our previous startups successfully, and we're looking for founding engineers in AI platform and front end to solve this problem. Everyone does a lot of meetings, but it's you use a lot of data. No one takes notes down, so it's a big problem to solve in many different areas. If you're a funded company looking to build our team, so That's it. Avoma.com, AVOMA.com. You can email me at jobs@avoma.com. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Karina Piatas. I am the sole founder of a digital health startup that delivers patient education via text message, specifically to decrease same-day surgery cancellations, which is a big problem for hospitals. I am by training an ENT, head and neck surgeon. I'm taking a year off to really pursue this. I have an MVP, I have traction, I have pilot studies that show that I can decrease the same-day surgery cancellations by 50%. What I'm looking for is co-founders. Particularly, I need a software engineer with experience in Django and Python, so I can help, we can build it into the EMR system. And maybe somebody else to help me with business stuff as well. I think those are the, as soon as I get that, I know I can sell this. And I already have potential customers lined up. So if you're interested, come find me. We can talk more. Thanks.
Hello everybody, my name is Guru Eleshwarapu. So my company name is Swat Cloud. So it's a marketplace for enterprises. So the problem we are trying to solve is a customer has difficulty finding the right solution from tons of vendors and tons of different products that's solving the same problem. And then we optimize it and then put it on our platform as a solution for different use cases for all kinds of customers. So, and that's our core competence. And also we built a community of over 6,000 people. So as we train them, if somebody doesn't know certain technology, we train them, they join our community. So that's how we have community on one side and there's a platform on the other side. And we are self-funded, myself, I'm the founder. And we have a very strong team and we are profitable. And we are looking for a biz dev person, so if anybody is interested, let us know. And also we are looking for part-time trainers. Any of you software guys who are interested in teaching 1 hour or 2 hours a week for extra money or passion, whatever works for you guys. So if you are interested, please let me know. We are hiring tons of them. We advertised all over the place. Please look at it. Let me know right now. So we are definitely interested. It's very easy interview. Most of you will be selected for sure. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, my name is Vishwas, the founder of Yellowton. We are a clean tech aggregation platform. What we're trying to solve is clean energy adoption. So in the US, in California, the highest rate of adoption at the residential market is 1%. And part of that is because consumers are scared to do anything with energy. If you look at Germany and Australia, they're way ahead of the US. So our goal is to basically enable consumers to make informed decisions on clean energy purchases. It could be solar, it could be battery storage, it could be electric vehicles, all of that, but through a B2B channel, which will eventually be a B2B2C. We have revenue, we have initial customers, we have a team. What I'm really looking for is an advisor, people who have done a startup before and who really know what they're talking versus just waving hands. So someone who really knows their stuff is what I'm looking for an advisor. We don't need a team, we're good. Yeah.
Hi, good evening. How's everyone doing? So my name is Balak Harlor, and I'm the founder of Enlighten Technologies. And Enlighten Technologies is all about empowering decision makers so that they can take timely and effective decisions and steer their organization towards their goals by delivering insights on their key metrics. And we've built our product out, and we have an MVP. We have tested with a couple of beta customers, and then now we're looking to scale with our next product version that's slated to release sometime during the end of the year. And so I'm looking for mobile developers, iOS, Android, full stack, as well as maybe sales folks to help us actually get the word out and sell our product. And I'm also looking for a co-founder, a CTO. So please come and see me. I should be around. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Harrison Rose. I am the founder and CEO of TRC, which stands for Telepresence Robotics Corporation. We are doing something a little different than everybody else here. We're building a platform for the commercial personal robot. We're going to do for the commercial robot marketplace what Google did with Android for the smartphone marketplace. There are tens of thousands of commercial robots available on the market today, but only 4 companies have APIs. And those are all hardware companies who will not license their technology to other hardware companies, just like Apple. What we're doing is following the Google strategy, and we are going to build the platform and license it out to major OEMs like Samsung, LG, Huawei, Xiaomi. And I'm looking for people to join our development team. Also anybody who has really good background in developer relations. So we are currently Silicon Valley based. I'm about to open up a branch in China. We are currently internally funded. I'm raising our seed round right now. And we are especially looking for software developers who have anywhere from the embedded stack through cloud systems, because we have an integrated platform that covers it all. So if you have an interest, contact me, Harrison Rose, R-O-S-E, and I look forward to hearing from you, team. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris, and I founded Taka Solar because we have a design for an exotic solar panel which is highly optimized for roofs like the one above us right now. Our product is actually strongly patent protected, which is why I can show you guys the prototype of our core technology. If anyone's interested, I'm happy to show it afterwards in our meeting. What we're looking for right now, my co-founder and I, are people who are willing to work for equity and who have experience in a couple of different areas. First, who have experience working with solar installers. Vishwas has some experience with that. We're looking for people who can help us connect with future customers. We're also looking for people who can do some mechanical design for the ancillary systems around us. And lastly, we're looking for people who have experience with manufacturing of solar panels, because although our panels look a little bit exotic, they're manufactured largely with standard techniques. So we're interested in finding people who can help us manufacture this, presumably in the Far East. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Connor Riley. I'm a principal at Global Capital Markets, and we're a typical mid-market investment bank. We do all kinds of different transactions, from equity placements, debt placements, private placements, and we're here looking for founders that are either halfway through their capital raise, or need to start, or need to help their corporate structure. We're more than happy to take a look at that. We're also looking for entry-level analysts that have a good sense of how to work a database. So any of those people, come talk to me.
Good evening, my name is Nina Cooper. For the last month-ish, I've been in development of a new ed tech technology using recurrent neural nets. Basically, I might give you a little bit of motivation. Basically, in my undergrad, I went to Harvard and I studied astrophysics. I'm now doing a master's degree at Stanford in aerospace engineering. And despite having access to all the same resources that I did, my sister dropped out of high school just when I was starting my master's degree. And it is very apparent to me that even when resources exist for education, such as fantastic, like Khan Academy videos or all the million things that are online, people don't necessarily know how to work with an individual personality, or don't know themselves enough at the middle school, high school age to really motivate themselves through education. And so I'm bringing in some techniques using intelligent tutoring systems, but also factoring in an individual's personality and working with the way they respond to being challenged or being given easy material to try and extend their attention span and try and work within the limitations of their individual personality. I have, so my background is astrophysics, aerospace, but I've been studying a lot of AI at school, so I do a lot of that kind of stuff. I also have a couple of people that are willing to work with me in that background, but I'm always looking for more machine learning specialists. Also, if anyone has an education background, that would be great. And in general, I just would love mentors because I'm still young and any advice is great. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Winston. You know, according to research, our generation is the longest generation ever. So even now we have so much technology, right, and so many social network, but I mean, our happiness, our connection, the meaningful connection, we don't really get anything better. So now we are working on a platform that can help people build meaningful connection and can help a lot of people cure their loneliness. If you want to know more details, feel free to talk to me. And we are, anybody if are interested in this goal, in this area, feel free to contact me. My name is Winston Liu. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ludwig. I'm from Germany and I've been here now for over 20 years. And I found just in the last 2 years how difficult it is to find a good coach. A life coach, or business coach, financial coach, relationship coach, you name it. So we at Osawa provide a platform that is AI-based that connects users with professional coaches. We have already a customer assigned who certifies coaches. She has several thousand coaches in her network. These coaches will be part of our database. So what we at Osawa are looking for is a person that is very passionate about to help people to connect with transformers, people that help other people to step into their full potential. We're looking for a CTO in the co-founder role. Thank you. My name is Ludwig Fries.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Bert, and I don't know if any of you have owned an aquarium before or own one today. And so, if you have one, you'll know that it's actually very hard to maintain. They're often actually quite bulky. And what we have done, we have developed a prototype currently. It's a smart aquarium. It's beautiful, and most importantly, it's intuitive. It's easy to use for anybody. It's connected to the internet, and so it opens up a whole new market. And what I'm looking for is 2 co-founders. So currently, I have one co-founder that is an industrial design engineer. I had somebody help with building an online presence and a database, but what I'm really looking for is people that can help getting this to the next level. And so I'm looking for 2 co-founders. One hardware design engineer can help develop the hardware that is integrated within the aquarium, and a software design engineer as well. So if anybody's interested, you can come talk to me after, or you can go to theaquariumreinvented.com. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Alexander and I'm a founder of company Stories Around Me. It's a video platform for living room, taking social media stories and bringing them to your living room. And not only also next version will be for mobile space, but now we are focusing on TV and living room. And if anyone interested in this area, TV, video, modern entertainment, infotainment, please write to me at email me@storiesaroundme.me. I'm looking for software engineers. It might be Swift or Node.js, which we are using now, and also people who have experiences with a growing audience in this segment, especially among young audience, like college and high school students. And generally, if you're interested in this, please, you're welcome to contact me. Thank you.
What's up, guys? My name is Mayim. I own a tech company for college students. I built a marketplace that allows students to buy and sell things with each other, as well as get local offers and deals from businesses around them, and connect to one another on a secure platform only for college students. It is the first of the kind, at least in the Bay Area, and I'm actually looking for an advisor. We have a product built, we have customers, we have traction, and we're growing pretty fast. I already have global interests from countries like Czech Republic and Portugal, and I need someone who can guide someone who's the age of their son and kick me along, you know? That's it. Thank you.
My name's Jake. I'm a co-founder of a company called Common Garden. My other co-founder, James, is over there, and my other two co-founders, Pam, and they're around, but they're not here. We make automated grow systems. Rather, we make tools for growers. And everyone's been hearing about this Internet of Things stuff and AI and big data, but what are you going to do to get the big data? So we're interested in industrial Internet of Things. We do things like greenhouse automation. Computers are cheaper than ever. I brought this little prop along. This is $30. You can buy a temperature sensor on Alibaba, the BME 280. It's got air pressure, temperature, and humidity for $4, and then you can get up to a really cheap computer. The fact is, climate control and automated grow systems shouldn't be that expensive. So we built a platform called Grow IoT. We're looking for awesome software engineers, potentially a co-founder role for that person that really feels like they can add to the stellar team. People with experience in writing smart contracts and that also can talk to us because there's a blockchain component. Another buzzword, oh no.
Hi, my name is Ji Diao. I'm the CEO of Brown Bear. This is a great event, but I think many of us to attend this event, it's a huge commitment. Some of us have to leave our kids at home, probably fight the Bay Area traffic, and also like me, no matter how many times I speak in front of a crowd, I always get nervous. So that's why I built a Brown Bear Meetup. It's an app that tries to make networking easy. So it allows people to organize and attend virtual events. So on the Brown Bear Meetup, you pitch in front of your smartphone rather than standing on the podium. And also, once you pitch yourself, you can log in and see everybody else pitch. And if you feel like connecting with each other, you can immediately start a private messaging. There's also a built-in private video chat if you feel such an urge that you have to talk face to face. So I'm here today because I want to see if anybody who is interested in either organizing or attending a virtual event. If you are interested, talk to me after this pitch round. Thank you.
Hey, we are a fintech startup company. Did you know that 80% of the world population, according to our research, they don't have any proper financial plan? To fill the gap, we have developed an investment platform. It's already up and running in India for the last 3 months, and it's profitable. And we have about 20 to 25 people. And so we are going to introduce in the US as well as in other locations in the coming quarters. And the beauty of our platform is even with $1 you can invest in startup companies. Wherever it is legally possible, especially in the US, anybody can invest in startup companies nowadays. Through our platform you can do that. And the UK, you can do that. In India and China, you cannot. So our platform takes care of everything. And so we have a variety of requirements from the technical. We have Java, iOS, Android, PHP, and all those things. And also we are looking for people with a business background, digital marketing especially. And then definitely the investment analysts. And then if you have a VC background, that's also okay for us. Please send your resume to jobs@smartmoney.co. Okay, if you send it to com, it's going to go to Dowen Jones. Okay, thanks.
Hello, my name's Keith. I'm at a Series A startup called Catalina Labs, and what we're doing is we're providing machine intelligence and machine learning for the user's connected home to provide a better connected experience for the user. So the example I use all the time is, who does my mom call when Netflix doesn't work? Our technology has an agent that resides inside the house, on a smartphone, on a TV, on a router, collects a bunch of information and pipes that back to people who provide services to consumers to help them understand what the problem is, help direct them to fix the issue, and not be frustrated with all these connected devices. So as I said, we're Series A. We're about 22 people right now in Palo Alto, California Avenue. I'm looking for someone to come in and help manage the engineering team with me, director of engineering. I'm also looking for a data engineer, someone who knows AWS, Kinesis, Spark, streaming, all of those types of things. So if that's you, please come see me. And Keith Waldorf at Catalina.io.
Good evening, my name is Michelle. I have taught English and French around the globe, and now I am the mom of a trilingual toddler, I'm sure everyone has seen in the room. And the bottom line has always been the same, no matter if I'm in Asia or Europe or North America. There are not enough resources for small children to learn language. So I have been working with a small team. We've developed several things, actually. Among them, a talking picture dictionary. We're trying to bring technology back to books, especially for those families, and there are a growing number of them that are concerned about small children having screens. So we have been using things like invisible dot ink, invisible dot patterns that are in paper, and conductive ink that is in paper. But I really would like someone in-house that can develop these things with us to basically make paper operate like an iPad. So that is something, a primary goal is to have an engineer that would work with us in innovating and doing things. There is a huge gap in this marketplace to do something positive and beneficial. We're also talking with some resources we have in Africa, donating the learn portion of what we're doing to third world countries for free to help children learn languages. So there's a positive factor to this, something that's meaningful. We're looking for passionate people that care about this project. We would also love to have more illustrators. We have a great team that has been working now, but we need more people to do all the things that we're trying to do. Please talk to me if you're interested. Thank you so much. Hope you find your resources this evening.
Hello, my name is Katerina. I'm co-founder and CEO of Adeva. We basically work with US and UK startups, helping them set up their remote tech teams or hire remote developers to join their existing teams so they can boost the development. We take care of everything that's related to the administrative things, HR, taking care of the developers, making sure they're happy at work, and focus on retaining them in the teams. Well, we allow our clients to manage the work, communicate directly with the developers, have their daily stand-ups, and align all the processes together with them so they can make sure they have full control over the development team. What we look here is for business developers or advisors on how to enter this area and collaborate with local companies and help them focus more on their sales and growth and leave the development to us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Arun Parini. I'm the CEO of Arabia. It's an online event management platform. Can we have a quick show of hands? How many of you have been to a party before? How many of you like to organize one? So we've actually built a platform. It's an online platform to easily plan your events. So we have a marketplace of vendors. So any event in your life, it can be a personal event or a private event or a corporate event. You can go online, find your vendors. There's a planning platform where there's a checklist. It easily guides you through the process. And you can also get you connected to all the vendors. We're looking for business development resources right now. We've launched the platform in October, and it's in the South Bay. And if anybody interested, feel free to contact me. The website is arevea.com. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Nate Mueller. I'm the founder of Musicians Mobile. We provide home music lessons throughout the South Bay. Basically, we help save parents that extra trip from driving to the music store. And I'm looking for app developers, I'm looking for web developers, and I'm looking for more teachers. Any musicians here? There we go. So, yeah, if you have any friends who are music teachers, and we're looking for those also, you can find me at musiciansmobile.com. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian Kugelman. I'm a behavioral scientist and I specialize in using psychology and neuroscience and a number of other applications in the behavioral sciences for online marketing, interactive design, and strategies I use for technology development. Over the last 4 years, I've been using neuroscience and working with data scientists, a number of professors, and specifically neuroscientists. I'm more of a behavioral scientist, my background, to develop a technology stack to do automatic detection of people's personalities, their emotional states, and we do it through correlations to neurochemicals, which manifest in personality and a number of changes throughout their life. So I'm now in the process of scoping out whether when we roll out our technology stack in its MVP form in about a month, whether I should be moving to the Bay Area or stay put in Toronto. The market here is amazing. It's hard to get good developers. It's easier in Canada. So I'm looking to meet people who like this topic. It sounds interesting. I'm here to network and meet, and I'm sussing out options, and I'd love to connect with anyone who finds these topics interesting. Thanks.
So that brings us to the end of this phase of this evening's festivities. I think you'll agree that it's impressive that we have such creative minds, so many diverse ventures are being pursued. So let's have a show of appreciation for all the talent seekers that came up here tonight to pitch the company. And I would just like to add, before we close this section of the evening, that we are always looking for sponsors. This event is free, as you know. We don't charge anything for entry, but we do have a cost for this building, basically. And it seems to be getting harder and harder to find good facilities. That's why, if you were paying attention to the meetup page, we were here, we were at Plug and Play, we were at ZGC, then we're back here as we're trying to move around and find the most cost-effective venue for us. So we do have a cost. And if anybody would like to sponsor, we'd love to hear from you. Speak to me or any of the other hosts outside. Shout them out. Okay. Anything else?
One thing that we do, it wouldn't be as effective, but it would still work here. About cluster people in similar groups. You increase the odds, and then you have
Okay, so some type of grouping or organization once people come into the building. Anything else? Okay. All right. So show of hands, that was one of my ideas actually. So great minds think alike. At least I like to say that. It sounds good. If a speed dating format would be useful, meaning we come in and there's perhaps two chairs facing each other, and we sort of have some level of organisation where people sit down based on their pre-assigned matches. If that was something that would be useful, can you raise your hand? Okay, well, more than that. All right, good. All right, that's it. Those are all my questions. Yes? Oh, should you let him come up?
Hey, thank you very much for allowing me to be up here real quick. I actually just wanted to come up here and present myself as one of the co-founders for a service we have called Gamers Grid App. And what we do is we actually have an understanding that everyone's growing up, but we all still love playing games. Now, we can't find everyone to play games online with us at the same time, so the best thing that we do is we connect those players using our app. We matchmake it for people to make sure that they can find the teammate that they want for their online multiplayer games. Now, the only thing I ask right now is if there are any VCs in the room who are interested in helping us out here, we would love to grow. And yeah, it would be an opportunity of a lifetime if you guys can help us out. So my name is Timothy Lee, and I'll just leave my phone number up. I actually just got the idea of this 20 seconds ago from the founder, and if I should come up here. I got kind of hopefully until Jeff came up here. So yeah, come talk to me if you're interested though. So I'll be here. Timothy Lee.
Okay, so that's it for the formal part of this evening's activities. We have the building until at least 8:30, so feel free to mingle, to connect with talent seekers, and we hope that this will be a very productive event for you. Thanks for attending.